Okay, you guys, this is Life Lessons Learned. This is Sherry Brantley. Today we're going to be talking about being honest with our children's lack of talent. So, this one is an experience that I had with one of my daughters, no names, please. And we're going to talk about how, well, we do a disservice when we are not honest with our children and then we send them out in public thinking that they have skills and talents that we clearly know they do not have. Now, don't get me wrong, we probably can be aware that our kids don't know that they don't possess the needed talent or skill, but that's where we come in as parents to advise them of such. So, in this particular instance, this daughter was in high school and she was always interested in acting and pursuing that type of a career, which is fine. I mean, you need training for any kind of a skill or career you're going to go into. And I don't expect high schoolers to have the kind of talent that Meryl Streep would have, okay, after years of honing her craft. So that's fine. But this particular daughter came home and she was really excited. They were going to be doing a musical at her school, her high school. And she was letting me know that she was excited about the auditions, which would take place the next day. So far, so good. So she wanted me to hear her audition before she would go in the next day to perform it, which is fine. That's what we as parents do. We critique, give constructive criticism, and honest feedback. Well, we should. So I asked her, I said, well, okay, what song are you going to sing? And she said that the school had told them that they could choose any song of their choice because they just wanted to hear their range, their talent, and see how confident they were, things like that, which was fine. So I said, oh, cool. I said, what song are you going to sing? And she said, the Star Spangled Banner. Okay, you guys, I know that in order for someone to sing the Star Spangled Banner, you better be talented and you better have a good singing voice or have lots of training. Now, just to let you know, I already knew she didn't have lots of training because I hadn't paid for any. Okay. And I also was aware of her singing skills. They're like mine, which are non existent, shall I say? Well, at least for singing the Star Spangled Banner. The only one that I know that I've really tore that song, tore the roof off that song was Whitney Houston. And just for those of you who don't know, hers, when she sang it for the national, when she did the national anthem years ago, hers actually became the only artist whose rendition of that was made into an actual record. So you can actually purchase it. Many people sing it, of course, and a lot of people do a very, very good job on it. I'm just saying, just no one like Whitney Houston. So when my daughter told me that's what she was going to sing, I wanted to make sure I understood everything with her. So I said, "You said you can use any song, right?" And she said, "Yes." I said, "Why are you choosing the Star Spangled Banner?" I said, "That's a pretty challenging and difficult song for most professional singers to choose." But she said, um, Mom, that's the song that I want to sing, and I cannot believe that you said that. You're a motivational speaker and you normally encourage and inspire people to do what they want. I'm like, I inspire people in relation to their talents. I'm not going to tell a guy who's not an electrician that he can go and wire a house. I mean, hello. But she insisted that that's what she was going to sing, and that was her choice, and she was going to do it the next day. Now, it didn't matter to me because I wasn't going to be in the part of the audience that had to listen to it. So I was like, "Oh, okay." And again, I'm not a like a mean person, or I don't. Some people say you're brutally honest. I'm just honest, and I'm hoping it's not brutal, but of course it could be taken that way. Um, but I was kind of nervous for her. I said, "You're going to be in high school trying to sing the Star Spangled Banner to get into a musical." Well, okay. So imagine my stark surprise when she came home the next day from school, and she was too excited, and I was like, "What the hell?" And she said, "Mom, you're not going to believe it. I got the part." So I'm thinking, okay, this isn't a real musical, or someone's being punked, okay, and that someone could be me. I was like, you got the power. Now, I'm no fool, you guys. I know what I heard the day before. But, we can all believe in miracles, right? So I said, what on earth did you sing? And she kind of smiled and she said, well, I did take your advice and I did not choose the Star Spangled Banner. I'm like, okay. I said, oh, okay, but what did you choose? Now, keep in mind, for those of you who have seen my previous videos, you know that I was born and raised in Detroit, Michigan, at the height of Motown. So, of course, my girls heard all of the Motown songs growing up. And she actually was in love with the Temptations, the group The Temptations, and in particular David Ruffin. Well, anyone who knew the Temptations was a David Ruffin fan. Let's just say that. So she chose a song altogether um, different from the Star Spangled Banner. So I said, "Well, what song did you sing?" And you guys, she broke out all confidently and said, "Well, I guess you'd say what can make me feel this way, my girl, talking about my girl." I was like, what? So, yes, that's what she's saying, My Girl by The Temptations. And she actually could pull that song off. So she was very familiar with it. She knew the intonations, the cadence of it and all of that. So I was really proud of her. And then she said, hindsight being 2020, she said, Mom, I'm so glad you told me yesterday what you said. She said, I was mad and I was upset with you, but then I thought about it and I said, you're right. I need to think of something else that I like and that I, can sing and that I'm very familiar with. And she said, I was really comfortable getting in front of them to do the audition and it went off without a hitch. So this channel is Life Lessons Learned. And unfortunately, in today's society, and I know we're the ones that created this, okay? We tell children, you can be whatever you want to be. There's a truth to that. But we need to follow it up with you need to study, you need to practice, you need to hone your skills, you need to be trained. Whatever it is that they really want to do, there may be some work that goes into that. And we need to be honest with them and stop telling kids that they can sing when they can't, that they can play basketball when they can't, that they can be musicians when they can't read music. So we meaning as parents, we do our children a grave disservice when we encourage them to move forward with a talent or a skill that they don't have and then tell them that, yes, they're good at it or they can do this or they can be whatever they want to be. Again, I'm not saying that they can't. I'm saying there's going to be um, learning curves, and it's going to be times when they need to improve and hone whatever skill it is that they're destined to, pursue. And you guys, there's nothing wrong with that. Can you imagine if I had said, "Girl, you sing that song really good. You should go right out in front of all of them and sing the Star Spangled Banner, and I'll be there with you." And then we as parents have the audacity, the nerve to get upset when someone else says, "The emperor has no clothes. What's going on here?" Not The world is not going to be as kind and as loving and as forgiving with our children as we are. And our goal as parents is to make them or assist them to become independent, well trained, professional, skilled in the areas of the career that they're looking to go into or in the lifestyle that they would like to choose for themselves. So that was just one of the things I wanted to share because I'm always talking about, well, not always, but I'm talking about my parenting classes and some of the things that I was able to assist other parents with. But those lessons that I taught parents were also lessons for me as well. So it's not like I had all the answers or anything like that. The gifts and teachings that I shared with the parents were a blessing to me as well. And then I've always been like that. I mean, I've common sense tells me, yeah, we can be what we want, but of course, we need to work towards that. So anyway, this is Life Lessons Learned. This is Sherry. If you like this video, please subscribe, leave your comments below, and really share your experience with me as to a time when you may have had to be brutally honest with your child and how that worked out for you or how whatever the outcome was. Um, that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for visiting my channel. I appreciate all of the comments, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.